Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock, where it's a review of the movie Cubbyhouse. Playtime will never be the same. Probably not. But then again, when was it ever? Especially when you watch a really crappy movie like this. This one is about a mom and her 3 kids. The mom named Lynn, and her oldest son is named Danny, and the 2 younger siblings, who move into this house in which 30 years prior, the owner of the house, apparently his brother was performing some sort of weird satanic ritual in the Cubbyhouse, or in the clubhouse. So they decide to move into the place, and well, as you would expect, shortly, sometime after, weird things start happening. It's almost like the Amityville clubhouse, if you will. The kids start playing around the clubhouse, and plants come to life. All kinds of weird things start happening. Danny's trying to convince his mom that weird stuff's happening, but, of course, Lynn doesn't want to hear anything of it. She's basically trying to get things done, trying to take care of 3 kids, which is not easy for her, of course. And she starts noticing strange things happening, but she just kind of passes it off as nothing big. Sometime later, Danny meets up with the guy who owned the house before, and he tries to warn him that they need to get out of there ASAP. Danny thinks the guy's crazy. And then sometime later, Danny is confronted by the guy's brother, who's been in an insane asylum ever since the whole thing happened. And of course, naturally, Danny tries to work out some kind of thing to get the demon out of there by trying to guess its name. So sort of like Rumpelstiltskin in a way. Danny successfully is able to guess the demon's name. The clubhouse crumbles. Lynn, Danny, and the 2 kids move out of there. But it seemed like, well, as the old saying goes, the house isn't really completely up for grabs yet. But another family moves in. And we kind of get an Evil Dead-like shot going back to the backyard, and we see the clubhouse building itself back up once again. So apparently, I guess, the new family moves in. Every time a family moves in, the clubhouse rebuilds itself back up. So why did this movie suck? Well, again, it's kind of like I said. I think it was sort of like it had a lot of weird elements in it. Gore effects were not great. Some of the special effects were actually kind of funny. And really, to tell you the truth, it is pretty much Amityville Clubhouse. You got the vines that are doing pretty much all the dirty work, and and probably the funniest thing of all is the guy who tried to warn Danny about the house. The vines actually somehow go through the sewers and grab him and pull him under, somehow towards this grating vent, and kills him apparently. It's not really that great of a horror movie, honestly. It's pretty much what you would expect. The mom doesn't want to believe anything, even though she sees most stuff happening. The kids are trying to deny that, their little friend in the clubhouse is a bad person, is evil, and all this other stuff. Danny's the one who's trying to basically make sense of everything, but nobody wants to believe him. Yeah, the whole thing is just really, really weird. Would I say it's extremely bad? No, but it was pretty bad because, again, we go from some sort of a scary haunted house movie to a scary clubhouse, and that's kind of new. Yeah, I could say in all honesty, this movie kind of reminded me of a movie I reviewed some time ago. I believe it was Yeah, I think it was 11-11-11 from the Asylum. And it kind of had sort of almost like a similar plot, except in that one it was supposed to be sort of like Countdown to Doomsday. And the house involved in that was supposed to be sort of the good house. And this one we have the bad house. So there you guys have it. But there you go, a review of Cubbyhouse. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. If you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that involves something haunted, but it didn't haunt you very much, or at all, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on, and try to avoid any kind of abandoned or spooky-looking houses. Unless it's Halloween, then they usually have the best candy.